Welcome back to Kamen Rider Battride War Genesis. Our first proper mission is to go back to 2014 and rescue Kamen Rider Drive. So a quick breakdown of Kamen Rider Drive. The main enemies are Roidmudes. They are cybernetic, robotic, androidic organisms that, for mysterious reasons, were awakened and are wreaking havoc on the world. And this comes 1 year after what was dubbed the Global Freeze, in which all time froze for about 12 minutes, during which Roidmudes first appeared and started wrecking up the entirety of the world. So in response to this, the Kamen Rider Drive system was created and given to a police detective, Tomari. Now, Tomari is a very, very good detective. He always gets his man, but he is a bit lazy. He never takes things too seriously until, as he puts it, his brain gets in gear. And then he's ready to fight. All that changed when he met the semi-sentient Drive Belt and started fighting the Roidmudes, and he seems to be more in top gear than ever before. Obviously, he's car-themed. His equipment is toy car themed, which you can see on the bottom left corner. That's type speed. It is what is called a shift car. And you can change shift cars to perform a tire change, which I will demonstrate. Yes, exactly. That's what's telling me to do right now. Check it out. So I just switched out my tire with Funky Spike, which gives me... Nope, that's regular. Ah! Gives me a rolling spike attack. What else do we got? Midnight Shadow. Purple Shuriken attack. What else we got? Justice Hunter. Creates a cage. And I do a big old finishing move. Good for dealing with lots of bad guys. What else we got? Dream Vegas. Creepy coin attack. What else? Spin Mixer. Shoot concrete at these guys. Ah! Would you give me 1 second, please? I'm shooting concrete chunks at you, which freezes them in place. Pretty handy. Yeah, here we go. Got a monster here. Slap him with weird shaped things and a creepy tongue attack. What's going on? Nothing. Oh, I defeated one. That's what happened. What else? Dimension Cab. Another creepy one. Oops, sorry, that's my finishing move. Here we go. That guy's toast.
Bye-bye.
Haha. Max Flare. Good fire move, beat him up move. And that's only some of them. There's a couple that he can't use unless he changes his type, which I don't have access to just yet. So this is type Speed. Obviously, it's a high-speed all-rounder. There's also type Wild, which is high damage, low speed. And then you've got type Technic, which is low damage, low speed, but high accuracy. But I haven't unlocked those just yet. I think Max Flare is good for one-on-one. What else we got? Oh, I can just switch right back to type speed. Where I can use my more standard weapons. So I've got the aptly named Door Gun. It's a gun that looks like a door, so you call it the Door Gun. And then I got my steering sword. It's a sword that looks like a steering wheel. all of the weapons were named by the main character, Tamari, and showing a bit of his laziness, he just kind of named them exactly what they look like and didn't give them any more interesting names. But that's life. Wow, these guys can take a beating. There, I got him in the corner now. What do I got? Funky Spike's okay for dealing with crowds, but I don't think it's very good for dealing with one-on-one. Again, Midnight Shadow, it's good for dealing with them out of range. But it spreads out quite a bit. Ooh, that's good knockback on that, actually. Justice Hunter's very good for dealing with them one-on-one. Dream Vegas, I think, is good for dealing with lots of groups of little guys. There, Spin Mixer's a good single target, short to mid-range kind of move. So there's one more thing I want to show you about Drive. And that's, of course, his ultimate move, which is conveniently unlocked for us. Ooh, I may have blown it. Nope. Yes. Yes. They're getting back up. They're super powered. What are we gonna do? Only one thing to do. Type formula. As you might expect, extreme high speed is Type Formula's game. It gets use of the trailer cannon, as well as some backup shift cars. Oh, it's too late. Oh, wait. Nope. Everybody gets a secondary finishing move. And I missed my chance in this case. But we'll save it for the next episode. Or maybe not the next episode, because the way these missions work... That was pretty easy. The way these missions work is you play as the character who, again, has lost their memory. They've got no idea where they are, what they're doing. All they know is that they've got strange powers that they have full use of for some reason, and they're under attack by millions of these minions for some reason. So that's where he's at right now. He's trying to, while fighting, recollect who he is. So what I have to do now that I have locked on to where Drive is I have to rescue him with one of my unlocked riders, of whom I only have Ghost right now. And trust me, the list is huge. This is going to take a while. Yeah, literally all I have is Ghost. Just pause on this for a sec, because I want to know what it says. Cool. This is our first look at the menu proper. This is what it looks like. At the start of every mission, I've got player, I've got tag, of course. My tag team member, whom I have 0 because I don't have anybody with me right now. I'll go in more in-depth into these menus as we go forwards. But this is just what it looks like for now. These are my options. Here we go. So Ghost has leveled up a bit since he was first introduced in that introductory mission. So I wonder if I have any. New abilities. It could be that something's added to my combo since combo appears the same. Ah, God. Your web attacks. Billy the Kid. But I already had that. I can actually use it freely by jumping and doing a little downshoot attack. And I can use Benkei freely by doing jump and triangle. Ugh. What happens if I jump in circle? Same thing. Benkei. Oh yeah, one move I forgot to show off because they don't use it in the show very often. because probably the CGI for it is kind of expensive, is Odama. Or I just kick a giant beach ball eyeball at them. Pretty useful. Okay, oh, gotta help Drive. Let's do this. So of course he's wondering who I am. I explain myself. Ooh, Beethoven. Explain that he's a Kamen Rider, same as me. We'll roast all these bad guys, and that should be enough to bring him to his senses. Ooh, gold crate. Go for these gold crates anytime you see them. They contain gashapons, which have figures in them. Figures that will augment my abilities in the options screen before you launch the mission. I'm going to collect more of those gashapons before I go in there and start trying to translate as many as I can. Omega Drive. Usually in these cases I just have to beat a certain number. Yep, I guess that number was 150. Because down they go. Aha. There's a couple of groups I have to take care of in order to clear the mission. Looks like I gotta beat 100. Where do you guys think you're going? I've said this before, but there's a bit of a wind-up to most of Ghost's moves. Makes it kind of tricky to land some of the bigger hits. Which I kind of don't mind. There are some riders that are trained in martial arts, like Drive there. As I explained, he's a cop, so obviously he's got hand-to-hand training. So he fights quite well. Ghost here is just kind of a lazy kid. You know, he only just turned 18. He cannot fight at all. He did some basic sort of kendo training, but he never really took that seriously. So he can't fight that well. And I think that shows in the amount of wind-up that all his moves have. You know, none of his moves are quick and precise. They're all just these big, loping swings with a huge wind-up. Very impractical for fighting huge groups like this. Yeah, a lot of his moves involve standing still and charging up. So I think that, personally, I think that shows his inexperience with combat. He does get better as the show goes on. Edison's definitely very good for dealing with sort of hallways, I guess, of enemies. Any narrow alleyway or hallway that's packed with enemies, Edison can definitely tackle, no problem. In fact, nope, that's Musashi. Yeah, I kind of like that. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, nice. We're among the last group, so here we go. Time for a big old combo move. Billy the Kid, Benkei, Edison, Robin Hood, Musashi, Beethoven, Newton, and Tokan Boost. Whom will actually be an unlockable character. And not just an unlockable power, a full-on separate character, Tokan Boost, which will have its own icons that it can use. Sweet deal, so with that, Drive is officially unlocked. That's that. What did I get? That's a Mach. That's a Drive-type Wilds. Drive-type Technic. Yeah. And those all confer different abilities. Which, as I said, I'm gonna translate them sort of page by page once I have a good collection of them. I'm not gonna bother with them too much right now. Welcoming drive to the Den liner. Oh yeah, the belt is sentient, of course, so it has some opinions on this, on these goings-on. Explaining the situation, we gotta go back in time. Oh, I see, I only have a handful of cards I can use right now. So that's Kuga, Agido, that must be double, and the one in the back there should look pretty familiar to anybody who's been watching my channel. That's Decade. Ooh, and I've unlocked Mach as an alongside. That's excellent. Okay. So here we go. I can, at this stage, unlock, like I said, Kuga, Agido, Decade, or Double. Let me know in the comments which one you want me to go for next. I'm going to get to them all eventually, but let me know which one you want to see first, and I will do it. So I'd like to thank everybody so much for watching and following me on this epic journey. And I'll see you in the next episode.